Imagine this scenario for me, right? Let's call this dude Bob. Bob has always watched pros and been amazed about how they can just dominate every single fight they get into. They just seem to know what to do at every point in the fight, constantly predicting every single move their opponent makes and then taking advantage off of that by using their insanely fast and consistent mechanics, and then finishing it off with the most accurate aim you've ever seen. And they do all of this while in the most stressful tournaments ever, all while acting like it's just another day with no nerves at all. This is incredible, Bob thinks to himself. I wish I could be that good at fighting one day. So Bob does the obvious and starts grinding piece control / edit course maps in creative, then plays Kovacs as well as aim training creative maps. Okay, now that Bob's mechanics and aim are on point, he thinks to himself that he should start putting this into play, so he goes into some 1v1 build fights, 1v1 realistics, and ranked. Now let's fast forward a month of him doing this, and okay, Bob's actually starting to see a lot of progress in his fighting skill. But wait, even though all of this has actually helped him out a good amount, sometimes during tournaments, especially during the Solo Victory Cash Cup final games, he'll come across a decent looking player that's trying to key him and he'll start to get really nervous, missing more shots and edits than he usually does and not going for as many good plays as he usually would. Bob thinks to himself, that's really weird. I did see heaps of progress with the practice I was doing, so maybe I should just keep going with that and then my problem will get fixed? While even though most of that practice is actually great, there's something missing that Bob could include in his day-to-day routine that would fix his issue. Let me introduce you to tokens. These basically are just any type of fight. It could be a 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, maybe zone wars, build fights, realistics. But anyways, there's a twist though. There's money on the line. You may be thinking at this point though, well, why couldn't I just go play 1v1 realistics without it being a wager and just try really hard? No, I used to think the exact same thing a long time ago until I actually played a token for myself, and wow. Both you and the opponent are trying way harder than you ever would and are using playstyles you wouldn't use in any other practice. And the nerves you get in them, bro, are crazy. In no other practice can you get into fighting situations that are as stressful and challenging as they are in tokens. That's why they are such good practice. But there are problems when it comes to tokens, like getting scammed, not being able to find good players to play tokens against, or just genuinely not being able to find anyone to play tokens against, and even problems with tokens possibly being against TOS. But I have recently found a fix to all of these issues that my viewer actually recommended me to. So let me introduce you to a site called Vujcich. It's basically a website that acts as the middleman for your money so you don't get scammed, and it also just makes running tokens way easier. And even though yeah, this video is technically sponsored by them, I truly think this is actually going to help you and everyone else who watches me too so much, bro. I personally totally would have actually used this back in the day when I still grinded Fortnite competitive and if Vujcich actually existed back then. So go check it out via the link in the description of this video. And if you sign up with the link in the description, you'll be supporting me and the channel at no extra cost, so thank you so much, bro. Go grind those tokens, bro, and watch yourself start to dominate every single fight you encounter in tournaments.